Yo, welcome back to 999 with Justin and Newlam. You may recall from the last episode that we actually shot a very long episode that had to be cut in half, so let's rejoin.
Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so now we can't use 1 and 9, but we need 1 and 7. Let's try to build out for 7 with our larger numbers again. Let's see, so again that equaled 15, which totaled 7 or 6. So if we had all 3 of the top numbers, that'd be 21, which is 3. What if we just keep going? Now that's 21, 26, 7, 8, which is actually 1 too high. So what if I drop that? Let's see, how would 21 get to 7? 21 is 3, needs 4. But if we can't use a 1, what if I swapped 6 for 5? That's no longer 21, that should be 20. Which would require 3 and 4. Alright, so 6, 7, 8. Not only is that incorrect, we also need at least 3, I think. So, wait, go back. So what if we did have 6? That was 21. We needed 6, which would be... Well, no, wait. Ah, shoot, yeah. So if we just go for the 15. 15 is 5, 6... Let's see, the options given 9 is already not usable and 1 is no longer usable. 7 would be kind of low to try to aim for. Well, I actually either hitting 7 or 1 would be a little low. Ah, wait, but not impossible with... No, yeah, that would be impossible with just the low numbers even. Just hitting directly 7. Because 3 and 4 would already be 7. And again, I think we need at least 3. So... our options for 7 are then not directly 7 in any case. So the first one in the 11s would be 16. And then 25. So 16 or 25. So what if we just try to hit that with these 3? Fifteen's already too high for 16. Would it be able to hit... Not with just 3. $21 with... If we add the 6 in, that'd be 21... Yeah, which is what we said, that we could hit 25 if we take the 4. Wait. Yeah, 25 is what we're looking for. But then that leaves us with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait! Yeah, which does work. Oh, right! It works when you put it in the right box. Alright. Oh, good grief. 2 more. And we believe that the final one... Oh, right, I already have the other... Alright, but let's go and open it. No, it's probably just gonna be the next shield. Yep. Yep, and the shield should hopefully be in the bottom of it. But, yeah. 2 somethings, huh? One of them's hopefully the shield. Yep, okay, and the other's a key. But we need to get out of the room first. Alright. Yes. Thank you. Take. There we go. Alright, so that must be the weird waffle pattern she mentioned. Oh, which is the same as what's on there. Alright, so no. First, let's do this one. The circle. Yep. Alright, how many red orbs are we going to have this time? Alright, neither 1, 3, nor 9, and we have to make them both 7. Okay, well, once again, let's go ahead and start out with 8 and 7, which is 15, which is 6, and that means this time in both cases, we have far too few to be able to make use of the actual number 7. So we're going towards either 16 or 25. Hold up, so what if I actually break that up this time? 7 over there. So if we go with like 8 and say 6, making them both 7, which is 14, then we can take the 2 to make this one 16. But 9 and 7 I don't think will work, because that'll be 16. Wait a minute. Perfect. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, we're almost out of here. And into the next room. Let's see what happens. I put them in the coffin in the indentation. Probably the last one. Alright. So how many red orbs do I have to deal with this time? 4. Alright, for 8 and 9... So this time, one of them will have to be 2, and the other will have to be 3. And with how many low numbers are left, let's assume 8 goes into that one. And let's assume, like last time, perhaps 7 goes into that one. Let's see, so... no, because 9 I actually could hypothetically make with 4 and 5. But would... Oh, yeah, actually. 7 and 2, and 4 and 5. Wait, why not? 8, 9, 10, 17. 7 and 1 should be 8. And 4 and 5 make 9. Were you lying? Are one of these not actually red? This adds up in my head. Fine. But I'm not allowed to use the reds. So, the numbers added up last time, so why... Surely it's not going to be berating me for trying to get through with one of them is only 2. You don't have enough, you're not giving me enough numbers to make 2 groups of 3. I could put them all on the side of 8. Okay, so that's... For crying out loud. Nonsense! Whatever. Alright, presumably this is the key card we need. Bottom left corner. Oh, there we go.
A picture?
Okay, that's not a key card.
What the?
Yep, exactly what I was saying.
What the hell is this?
What do you think it
This
is?
man with a mustache on the right. He's
Yep.
the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters. He had
Mm-hmm.
a zero bracelet on his left arm.
Which we've already established now is not actually 0, it's O.
And this second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat. He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9.
Or potentially 6.
He died after he went into door 5. But
Which
this
we
guy,
now know
the
was
one in
because he
striped
was
suit.
tricked into it by...
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture? Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too.
and
They
Man
look
X.
happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
You say Ace is in that picture? Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently though. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3
Yeah,
people in the
can't
No,
see it.
There's one more guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got kinda long hair. He looks smart, but a little cold.
Okay, you're describing his
He's the
personality
only one I
from
don't
it?
recognize.
Are you sure? Look at his left arm and imagine a bone sticking
What's
out
the
of it.
date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
The back?
Yes, the reverse.
Huh. Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. Huh.
Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago.
Yep.
That means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible
Oh, that's where
for
they're
making it
standing.
happen.
They're in the Grand Hall.
But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be. Why? Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. And why? It's like I already knew.
Ah, of course. I understand. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is...
I had my suspicions from their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him.
Or I would say certainly shouldn't, because that
Even
would have
if I
gotten
had
you
known,
killed even
however,
faster.
I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago. You were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's
He
why
was
I didn't know what
in
Hongo
the
looked
ship
like.
with you.
But why? I mean, I'm
If that's true, then yeah, there's no chance the ship was ever going to sink.
I'm sorry.
Ha! Which means they did follow what I said. It has nothing to do with actual threat of death, necessarily. You just need to believe that there's a chance of death, except that June actually dies.
But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent...
Hey, Junpei, you think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Ah, he's going to be able to identify him potentially.
Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it! Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashido. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project. Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's...
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
What?
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other 3 are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man. And Kubota developed the actual tech...
How do you know all that?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place.
Because he was investigating them.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, all right?
Short version, huh? Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
Okay, just get on with it.
Detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was
So here we
9
are
years
now.
ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. In my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor.
Yep,
There's
and
a
this
bunch
scene
of
again.
movement there. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. The bags, no doubt about it. I moved before I came out of hiding.
Yep, and then
Don't
someone
move.
put one in
Felt
his
metal.
back.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. Just tie an anchor to your feet. That what you want?
He kept digging the cold. There was nothing I could do. Then
Uh-huh.
suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my drug. That was my
And
last
you woke
night.
up
Face had cold.
on the ship.
I woke up on a hard. Damn it! I did a quick once-over. Where am I? A small, shabby. A toilet. I'd seen it countless. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door. It was still pretty woozy.
Alright, so this looks like this is all still recap. Although it's recap from a thing we've seen, but they haven't, given the
Not like I
timelines.
expected. Threw myself again. I knew it. I gave up and
And then he heard.
I sat there for a very. Then. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high. Probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. Where? I pressed my ear to the wall. No, that's... left. I hauled on the metal frame.
So we're finally gonna get to find out what he found through the grate.
I dropped flat on the floor, but I knew it in my gut. Hold on. But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. I checked out the metal grate. I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... I finally got the damn sweat was dripping.
Get to where he got into the room.
Or so. Wind up eventually, and there was space room. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. Then,
So yep, he was definitely dropping into the incineration room.
what? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything then, almost as if that was a cue. A bunch of them.
Whoop. Bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror, and all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up.
Damn it! What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct
Something
as fast
very
as I
bad,
could.
clearly.
I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open.
Huh? Yeah, this
I
moment.
couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top. And there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a... I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been
Oh, yep,
searching
and
for.
there's June and there's Snake.
They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent. For the moment, from surprise.
Oh,
and
but
fear.
there is no way they're getting up to where he
Scared
is.
of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
So Santa was indeed part of the previous game, too.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously.
That's curious, though. But if Santa was on the boat, then wouldn't that have to mean that June would have been... Unless well, yeah, no, so that should mean then that June was actually all the way over in the building. Why would someone in the building have been the one who died?
I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second.
How are you gonna help us?
Yeah, how are you gonna get them up there?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't...
And the door over there.
Himself off. I think
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice that's so...
How much time do they have now?
The voice spoke again.
Incineration 15.
They only
Alright, I mean, they have 15 minutes,
back
so...
down at the kids.
They have time to think of
20
something.
30 feet to the floor. No way.
Yeah, that's...
Too big of a distance. What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What?
Ooh.
Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened. I'm not the best at that kind of thing. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back. I promise. So I didn't wait to hear them respond.
What are you going to...
I had to hurry. Well, as fast as it got. Didn't take me long to get back. Still no way out.
Yeah, what in the world are you
How did I
gonna...
go back into the hole. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me.
Where'd you find a rope?
Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but
In
it got the job.
15 minutes. Less than.
All right,
Wow,
yourself, okay?
he is amazing then.
Right.
Something was all. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me...
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with...
Why not?
Look, the only people who can...
He was in the middle of...
Yeah, when time is rapidly running out.
Incineration will be 5 minutes.
Wow, no, so that actually took him less than 10, so he was fast.
Look, that can wait, all right?
Right.
All right,
Grab
yep.
onto the rope.
Let's get on out.
The first one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. The boy in a jacket came after. The boy in the uniform, like the other kid, he climbed up the rope. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he moved fast. We heard some knocking. Everyone... It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
Huh.
God damn it! What's going on here? Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
Why wouldn't the room be empty?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it is time to get the heck out of there.
In photos during my investigation. The man's
Hongo
name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope.
Why did I bring the detective onto the boat? Yeah, why did
Like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
I mean, it looks here like, oh, if you hadn't tied it around yourself.
Booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him.
Okay, so they were showing that previous scene a
I
second
hauled him up
early.
and tossed him into the duct behind me.
Uh-huh.
Hongo had lost his face.
Blah, blah, blah.
Reeled in the
He's turning his face.
Furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
Uh-huh.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment?
Well, I mean, none of us yet know what's behind that other 9 door, so I'm not sure what all else is compromised yet.
Old man!
The boy in the uniform was trying. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed.
Which should really mean that I should absolutely have known who 7 was as soon as they entered here. Oh, well, I guess maybe not given the whole facial recognition thing. That might have been to 7's massive luck.
After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took.
All right, it still feels empty. That still feels not safe.
Side. The one on the left.
All right, this looks like a room we've never seen.
But the one on the right.
Oh, this must be the other side of the incinerator.
Yellow stripes. A plate on it read incinerator.
Yeah.
It was the girl with the red. We were inside.
Yeah. Hongo might still be there.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That meant we better. We gotta get
No.
out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
The kid started running.
And where does that even lead?
The door was a large run.
All right.
Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up,
stairs.
Feet pounded the steps. Round. The stairway kept.
So up and up and up and up. Yep. So now we see that it's definitely Snake and Santa.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Ah, so Akane is definitely not his sister then. Akane is one of the people who are in this group.
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie?
Wait, why would your sister have been... Unless she got put in the wrong group.
Akane. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey!
He kept his hands around his...
Maybe we ought...
Wearing the uniforms, I stopped too. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here.
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep...
He turned to go.
Hey, kid, wait!
I don't think the kid even... Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right?
The girl nodded and ran up.
I'm going with you.
Alright, so yeah, that's Snake.
Just nodded and took off down the
Who should be able to remember that he was part of this by this point?
We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her.
God damn it, where...
I could tell the kid was frustrated, and then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
So where in the world...
And leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Where was she then? How had he gotten a hold of her?
I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her...
She'd planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away, but Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
My brother roared with anger.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator.
Well, that's pretty mental.
Blink. Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, we ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But...
I guess it only opens one way.
He started slamming his fist. He was close to shattering his knuckles.
Akane!
You came back!
Her voice was muffled.
What should I do?
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Emergency automatic incineration.
Alright, so again, this really doesn't make sense why they would have put two siblings in this. I thought the entire point was to put siblings in opposite buildings.
Repeat. Emergency
Locations.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just...
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
See if the dead allows you back. It doesn't.
Incineration will be 17 minutes.
Oh. It's a weird time to reset it too.
Really scared.
It's gonna be alright. I'll figure some...
It was torture listening to her sob. Her brother was nearly crying himself.
Again though, why would they have been in the same location?
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
No, but I do want to know how you got off the ship.
Yeah, shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like...
Hey,
Huh?
look, I don't want to... There's something... So if you could just... Did that girl, Akane...
Yeah, I'm sure there wasn't anything we could do. And we heard something. The fire... Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform... A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the
automatically?
Feet running in. We followed. The air in the incinerator, every breath made my lungs. It was like standing on hot asphalt. And there it... The kid's legs were shaking so...
Alright, so yeah, they're talking about
Finally
Santa
reached
at this
it.
point.
He fell to his knees as his legs gave out. And then... What's that?
The girl.
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me.
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
So... What or who is on the ship with them right now?
The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective. Don't misunderstand. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about...
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover.
Hey, come on! I told you before, you idiot. I did hear that a detective I didn't know it was...
All right, let me ask you. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki.
Clearly.
He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No!
Well, yes. I know, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. I'm ashamed to say that even my exception... As such, I had...
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the... It was only a short while ago. When she told me that, I had...
Santa is Aoi, Akane Kurashiki, Jun...
There's still a lot. I mean, like, but there is one thing.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki.
Duh.
What?
Come on, man. What kind of detective are...
Hey, go easy on me, man.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make... Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder. So why did these murder...
If Junpei
Why
is correct,
do you think?
And the body... That means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary Project. Kubota,
With only
the person
one
who
remaining.
conducted the actual
And I
experiments.
think we can guess how there is intended to... Oh, yeah, because in the Ace ending, if that door had worked properly, Ace should have been able to get right through. So we shouldn't have ever been able to catch up with him the previous time. That door isn't ever intended to open.
Nijisaki?
Potentially.
Musashido.
You mean this was all just Santa is Zero? That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think so. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? I'm pretty sure I don't have to...
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonary Project.
In other words, Ace.
What?
Alright.
What the hell's
What
going on?
was that?
Must be 6 a.m.
Are you kidding? Wow, okay, so we really blew our time.
No.
The key.
Come on, let's...
Yeah, we really probably should have let all that wait until after we got out. Cha-ching! Although, once again, if this boat was ever really intended to sink, why, in the Ace ending, did we get knocked out with sleeping gas at the end?
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
It would seem so.
You're right.
This exit needs the Uranus card, too. Hey, June...
Yeah, I know.
Right, into the next hallway.
Okay, Ned. Yes!
And where does this lead? Oh! The other way into the incinerator room.
This is the first time I've seen it from...
Then there ought to be a left.
Yeah, right.
Pull that and the door.
Got it. Let's go.
Although maybe, like, you know, keep one person back to... Well...
What the hell is going on?
Looks like he did not get the drop on Ace.
What's wrong?
Jumpy. You came
And this is, again, just really confusing. Who or what is this version of her?
I'm so glad you're...
Hey, what?
I just fainted. I'm feeling...
Okay,
Are you
and
sure?
what was wrong with Santa?
You shouldn't worry.
Santa.
Hey, where is it?
I got sucker punched.
What?
What? Isn't that...
I took the gun.
Yeah, duh! Alright, so we're right back here again.
Ace. Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals?
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you.
And that is your own dumb fault.
Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
Hand over the gun and we'll find out.
Prosopagnosia, right?
Okay, so we're also wrapping
Another
that last
irritating
little
insult.
bit.
And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes this is a waste of time anyway.
Why
First
hadn't you
is
left
one. Give me
already
your
anyway?
8. And with this, 9.
The ninth man.
I believe I've won. I've had quite a time playing.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who's... What the hell are you planning?
At any rate, I will escape. And the rest of I suggest you enjoy. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening?
Yeah, so yeah, as I had surmised, but why was this the first time he was trying this? We took ages finishing those other puzzles.
Now open! No! The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Now!
Oh, sweet, they did the plan that I was saying last time. Rush the dude. Hopefully as a group.
Don't mention it.
Now restrain him.
Ain't enough of this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, if a suspect can't talk, once he's locked up in a cell.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
He's still got the knife. Someone grab the gun.
You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait.
Oh, right. You don't know that.
But that admission is enough to say, yes, he did fully intend to kill both the other two.
We'll just go through them in order. Let's start off with...
Okay, yeah, we already know.
The way I think... 1. In the nonary game, whoever had the 9, adding 9 to any number, which means that number, you wanted to remove 2. You wanted the number so that you could make...
Yeah, same as the previous.
3. Even if his number had... He knew your past. You needed to silence 4. But last, you convinced him to...
Yep.
That was
Alright,
why
so
you
this is all same previous
While
stuff.
Everyone was off looking for... You ran into Nijisaki. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was...
No, that's not... Why?
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought... Snake was one of the kids. You remembered him because he was the... But his presence made you... Snake was one of my subjects. But if that's true, is he keeping quiet? Or perhaps he's working with... Whatever the reason, before he tries anything? That was when you decided the murder weapon was... You just waved it over... Verified your own number, and then... When the door opened, you kicked 9 seconds later, the door... And then 81... And poor Nijisaki...
Poor Nijisaki.
Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man. But I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still...
Again! Yeah, again!
Well... Last but not least, when Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what...
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you. You had been in charge of the nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse.
I guess that makes sense, but only in the case of... So that means that Santa, or Zero anyhow, designed each of these puzzles to also be exactly the same puzzles as the previous time.
All you had to do was, with the door open, you could enter. Musashido, conveniently placed next to him, was an axe. You picked up that axe. One blow was all it, and then you returned to the chart room.
How he had done that without getting his, coat bloody, I don't know,
I had
but
no
whatever.
reason to say no. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, but that wasn't really what your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket.
Meanwhile, everyone else is like, wait, what? You cheated with the paper?
It wasn't a very... You must have been desperate, but what made you willing to risk... Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why?
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just...
Let's see. Number 1, there are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. 0.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket, if I could, at least. Unfortunately, that sleight of hand was the best I could manage.
You meant to kill him from the beginning, then?
I only knew Musashido was the witness. I asked him. He seemed groggy. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. But yes, you are correct. I proceeded to the captain's...
Ace, you were being manipulated.
Yes, I was little more than a pup. Everywhere I went, the Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. But yes, it was Zero's trap.
Yeah, by manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago.
And could have been avoided, except you're a dick.
Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then. Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero.
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's... I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister, to save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about?
Come again!
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw...
Well, I mean,
What?
technically, all you saw were ashes.
Where is she? Ugh. Oh,
7!
I don't know.
What? I'm sure you know already, but it was a project designed. And what was that? For 2 organisms to communicate with the morphogenetic. Could human beings use? That was what this experiment. There were 2 separate locations. One was the 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with. They were told.
Yeah?
Transmitters were put in, and the receivers were put on the gigantic.
Was supposed to be split. Okay, so he's gonna get into. There was a mistake. No kidding.
Transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the gigantic with the receivers, like me.
Which means there was a receiver put in the other
Perhaps
in
she
the other
was
place that
mistaken for
was
someone
wrong.
who was supposed to be in group. Whatever the case, I think I've told you enough. I'm pretty sure you know where this.
Where what?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
He knew because I knew. Are we hearing a voice again? Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down... Okay, my little recording thing is right there blocking it, but I believe that's a lie. That is a lie. The river flows from top to bottom, from a single stream into two branches. Oh, you mean sort of like... this? My goodness, that is a lot of stuff to come. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am, the ninth letter of the alphabet. But I am also zero. No, that's not true. I'm not really zero. Not yet. Perhaps you could say that I am less than zero. Zero is my future. In 9 years, I will be zero. Where did she go? June, no, Akane. Where did you go? Oh, she...
Freeze.
Okay, I mean... Yep, guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though.
Get up.
Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. Drained. Yet... we're still pretty sure he has the knife, so... Ugh. Alright, well, this episode has definitely gone on way over long. I will probably be doing a whole lot of cutting up of things, and given what we saw from the flowchart, we still have probably several more episodes. I don't know how many of them will be puzzles. If it's just story, I guess we'll just keep playing through that. Otherwise, we will pick this up next time. Yo! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave a comment so I know you want more videos like this. If you want to know when new uploads arrive, subscribe and hit the bell icon to have YouTube send you a notification. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.